Hello, everyone. I am going to assume that by now you've listened to both our last episode of Season 4, Geopoetics, and as well the recent feature that we put out on the feed by Emergence Magazine called When the Earth Started to Sing. Today, I'm really excited to be joined by a musician and sound artist who contributed to both of these pieces. I don't know, I can't say please welcome because people can't react. It always bugs me when podcasters ask questions to the audience that can't. Anyways, these are my gripes about the form. I'm joined today by musician and sound artist Jonathan Kawchuk. Thanks for being here, Jonathan.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited.
So, considering it's the most recent thing that we put on the podcast feed, I thought we could just start out by talking about what you did as part of the project by Emergence Magazine with David Haskell's When the Earth Started to Sing. I understand it's called Paleo-Acoustic Reconstruction.
Yeah, I've been trying to find a term for it that, like, there's Paleo-Acoustics is sort of a field, but it's sort of on the individual organisms sort of spectrum. There's like the field of acoustic ecology, which is, a modern day thing. So would we call this Paleo-Acoustic ecology? It's pretty impressionistic. So is it more an artistic? I just don't know what to call the thing that we did, which is part of the fun. And it starts getting really hyphenated when you're like, it could be paleo, eco, musicological exploration. It starts to get messy. So I think you and I have just been calling it the Paleo Project, and that seems right.
Yeah. Break it down for us. What does it actually mean?
Yeah, so if you as an audience has listened to the episode, David Haskell has done this amazing work where he's sort of tried to outline the evolutionary history of sound making and all its surprising twists and turns, because it is actually quite a modern invention. Life on Earth has not developed sound making as long ago as we might think. So it's this amazing sort of history of how sound has come to be on Earth. And we were sort of tasked, myself and Matt Mickelson, who was he was sort of the project lead and this amazing sound artist and field recordist, with making soundscapes of the deep past. And that is it's really hard to do. It's really hard to accurately capture, as a field recordist, a contemporary soundscape in a way that, there's all these aesthetics around it, let alone trying to use all the tricks we have as paleo artists to try to figure out what a soundscape of the past, not just one species, but a full ecosystem might have sounded like. And it was, I've been a paleo nerd my whole life, so it was a dream project and very, very challenging.
I'm intrigued that you mentioned it was the whole soundscape, not just the one creature at play. In any case, one of the things you worked on was a dinosaur called Parasaurolophus.
Parasaurolophus was an amazing animal for David to pick. And I think it was very smart of him to pick, because back in the 90s, Sandia Laboratories tried to do some form of reconstruction. If you don't know the dinosaur, Parasaurolophus has a big crest. And the crest is very suspiciously like a resonating chamber in certain modern animals. And to back up, it's unclear whether, if we're only talking about dinosaurs, which we did other prehistoric life in this project, but it's unclear whether dinosaurs phonated in the way that we would expect animals of their size to phonate. A lot of our perception of the way that animals phonate is almost like borderline evolutionary psych, if you wanted to go there. In terms of a ferocious sound that a predator would make, our perception of that is from mammals, because the big terrestrial predators of our time are mammals, and mammals have specifically developed their larynx in a very specific way.
To hear the rest, join our community at patreon.com/futureecologies. To hear the rest, join our community at patreon.com/futureecologies. At patreon.com/futureecologies.